White Rocket Entertainment podcast number 951. Without any ado, we're just going to say it. This is Ring Bowl X, the 10th Lord of the Rings trivia battle, the epic struggle for supremacy between the Dark Lord of Mordor, John Ringer, and and the Earl of the Shire, Van Allen Plexico. That would be me. So, for those that are just joining us for the first time, once a year, every year around the holidays, John and I get together on here. Although this is the first time we've done it on video, as far as I can remember, because we're kind of moving everything now to video and audio in this new wonderful age we're in. So what happened was about 10 years ago, I got the Lord of the Rings trivia game, and I took a big chunk of the cards out of the box and did not look at them and mailed them to John. And so now, every year about this time, we get out the cards and do 5 cards each and see who comes out supreme, asking each other questions. And they are, I think this is like the movie Lord of the Rings edition. So there's Lord of the Rings lore and Tolkien and stuff, but it's sort of through the lens of the movies rather than than just the books. So just so people will know. This is weird because this is like the one podcast that we do every year that there is no script. I have no document, nothing to look at. I just make it off the top of my head. So I'm just making sure we got everything. So we're going to do 5 rounds, 5 cards, and there's like 6 questions per card.
Yes.
And some of the questions are really, really easy, and some of them we throw things across the room.
Yeah, and you'll soon see some of them will be like, who directed the Fellowship of the Ring? And some of them will be like, what is the name of the 10th orc's dagger that walks on the screen or whatever?
Oh god, it's true. Yeah. Or who designed the elven script on the dagger of the orc?
That's right.
So, all right. So I have the scoreboard here, and I will keep score of how many we each get right, and we'll see how it goes. So without any further ado, let's get on into it. We usually we don't flip a coin. I don't have an orc to flip. Who wants to ask first? Shall I ask first? You want to ask first?
I'll ask first. I'm good.
All right. John's going to go. John's going to ask me. All right. Here we go. I'm ready.
All right. So the way we do this is we ask all the questions, and you get a chance to think about them, and then we go back through one at a time and ask them and get the official answer.
Thank you. That's right, because that lets us and the audience get a chance to kind of percolate on them a little bit before we try to answer. So yeah, thank you that's the thing I always forget every year, and that's so good. Good.
All right, here we go. Question 1. Who does Gandalf choose as Frodo's companion at the start of the journey? Question 2. How does a Uruk-hai captor kill the orc who begs for just a mouthful of hobbit? Question 3. Where's the ring when Bilbo lies to Gandalf, saying it's in an envelope on the mantelpiece?
Okay.
Question 4. What 2-word title does the Bree innkeeper call the hobbits when he first meets them? 2-word title. Question 5. What does Legolas tell Aragorn is the certain fate of all the Rohirrim at Helm's Deep?
Wow.
Question 6. What is the name of the dog who is the Weta Workshop mascot during
this is what we're talking about.
That's a great one.
What is the name of the dog who is the Weta Workshop
mascot during the shoot?
Wow. This is exactly this ran the gamut.
That's it. You got the full spectrum on this first card.
Oh, we do. All right, let's do it. Number 1.
Question 1. Who does Gandalf choose as Frodo's companion at the start of the journey?
The guy that was dropping Eve, Samwise.
Samwise Gamgee is correct.
Okay, that's one.
Question 2. How does a Uruk-hai captor kill the orc who begs for just a mouthful of hobbit?
Man, I don't.
How does he kill him?
Yeah, so like the orcs were arguing amongst themselves, and one of them's like, "Oh, just give me a little mouthful of hobbit," or whatever, like that, and he, oh man, cuts off his head.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
That's it.
all right, that's just a guess.
Question 3. Where's the ring when Bilbo lies to Gandalf saying it's in an envelope on the mantelpiece?
It's in his nasty little pocketises.
In his pocket, correct?
By the way, I have my advantage here. I have the ring of Barahir.
I see what we're doing here. Question 4. What 2-word title does the Bree innkeeper call the hobbits when he first meets them?
Oh, he says, like, I don't have any problem with the little people. I'm going to go little people. Final answer.
Little masters.
Ah, okay. Didn't get masters.
All right. Question 5. What does Legolas tell Aragorn is the certain fate of all the Rohirrim at Helm's Deep?
Yeah, I know they didn't like that the Rohirrim were going to Helm's Deep. They thought it was a bad idea. Although they never said what would have been a better idea. That was never very clear. You should just stay up on your little hill and get wiped out in 5 minutes. Sure fate. I'm going to say certain death.
Ding, ding, ding. This is at the moment when, Legolas is getting gloomy and he says, they're all going to die. All right. And finally, the winning question here. Question 6. What is the name of the dog who was Weta Workshop's mascot during the shoot?
So many possibilities. I'm not gonna guess something. I've never heard that they had one. So I'm gonna go with Tolkien.
Gemma.
Huh. All right. I got 4.
If you got that one, we're gonna end the show right there.
That would have been luck. I mean, that would have been insane luck. All right, so 4 out of 6 on the first go round. Now we go to John's first attempt. And make sure I have the right number of cards here. Yep. All right, here we go. I'm going to read through all 6 questions. What's the name of Arwen's father? Ooh. Unbelievable. Number 2, who uses the flock? I couldn't read the word flock of Crabine from Dunland to spy for him. Who uses the flock of Crabine from Dunland to spy for him? Number 3, how many portraits hang above the fireplace at Bag End?
Ooh. Oh.
How many portraits?
Oh.
Turn my light on 1 sec.
The portraits.
Hopefully that'll help. Hopefully I have my little light on. Now I can hopefully read the card better because it's kind of dark. How many portraits hang above the fireplace at Bag End? Number 4, what realm does Aragorn's first challenge lie in according to Gandalf? What realm does Aragorn's first challenge lie in according to Gandalf? Okay. Number 5, what one thing does Aragorn tell Theoden the army of Saruman has come to destroy in Rohan? What have they come to destroy? Number 6, what character first seen in the Two Towers is played by the actor who is the voice of Chucky in the Demon Doll films?
Wait, but it's the character in the movie I'm looking for.
Yeah,
right?
what
Yeah,
character
not the
in the
actor.
Two Towers is played by the actor who plays Chucky?
Okay.
Voice.
All right.
All right, here we go. This seems like a harder card than the one I got, but we'll see how it goes. Number 1, what's the name of Arwen's father?
Elrond.
Elrond. I don't even know why I even looked this one up. Yes, just to see if they got it wrong. Number 2, who uses the flock of Crabine from Dunland to spy for him?
Saruman.
Saruman. They spell it's Crebain, Cribane, but that's not how they say it. I tried to say it the way they say it in the movie, so you'd at least have a fair chance. Crabine from Dunland. It's just a wisp of cloud. Number 3, how many? That's probably going to be the question on the next card. What did Gimli say that the Crabine from Dunland were? Oh, yeah. Number 3, how many portraits hang above the fireplace at Bag End?
I have no idea, so I'm going to say 1.
2. Oh, that's too bad. Number 4, what realm does Aragorn's first challenge lie in, according to Gandalf?
Say Rohan.
It is, yes. I had no idea what that was talking about. So nicely done.
Your challenge isn't in Gondor yet. It starts here. I think is kind of what he was saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Good job. Number 5. What one thing does Aragorn tell Theoden the army of Saruman has come to destroy in Rohan?
The world of men.
Yes. They say it's people, but he literally says they've come to destroy the world of men. So yes, you are more right than the card. And number 6, what character first seen in the Two Towers is played by the actor who's the voice of Chucky?
Grima Wormtongue?
Yes. I didn't know that Brad what's his name? Brad Dourif. Yeah, I love Brad Dourif. I didn't know that he played Chucky's voice. That's crazy.
I was trying to think about characters in the that appear in the Two Towers that have kind of a creepy voice, and he does.
I know. I was there thinking, does Andy Serkis play the voice of Chucky? I wouldn't have been surprised if that was the case. But you got it. Yeah, I love Brad Dourif. He was the Doc in Deadwood, and he was the Mentat in Dune, and he was on a good episode of Babylon 5. All right, on to card number 2 for me, with John leading 5-4. John is up 5-4 as we go in round 2.
Question 1: who says Galadriel is more fair than all the jewels beneath the earth?
Okay.
Question 2: what was Smeagol doing when he first saw the One Ring? Eating, fishing, or smoking a pipe? It's a multi-choice question. Question 3: what time of day does Aragorn intend to cross the Ninhithel Lake? Question 4: how many years did the ring lie in Gollum's keeping, poisoning his mind?
Oof. That's a tough one.
Yep. Question 5: who slays the Witch King of Angmar?
Well, that's going to be controversial. We'll have to see how that one comes out. That's a good question.
Question 6: what is Andrew Lesnie's title in the trilogy credits? Art director, digital designer, or director of photography? At least it's multiple choice. They gave you 3 choices.
Yeah,
wouldn't have been on the same planet.
Yeah, Lord.
All right, back to question 1.
This is a toughie. Yeah,
it's a tough card. Who says Galadriel is more fair than all the jewels beneath the earth?
Gimli.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Question 2. What was Smeagol doing when he first saw the One Ring? Eating, fishing, or smoking a pipe?
Well, they were fishing.
Ding, ding, fishing. Question 3. What time of day does Aragorn intend to cross the Nindhithel Lake?
That must have been the one with the falls of Rauros, maybe up above Dol Amroth. So it was daytime the whole time they were there and they were waiting. So I'm going to say nightfall.
Ding, ding. Exactly. Yeah. Nightfall.
Good. All right. That's
Question 4. How many years did the ring lie in Gollum's keeping, poisoning his mind?
4 years, the ring. I'm just like, and I never really. Oh, geez, what did she say? I mean, it's some crazy number. Like, it was a long time. I mean, long enough for Rohan. I mean, for Gondor to decline, and for the. I mean, I know it's probably not this much, but I'm saying like 5,000 years.
500 years.
That makes a little more sense. Okay. Dang it.
All right. Question 5. Who slays the Witch King of Angmar?
All right. I'm going to do the play-by-play briefly, and this will be accurate, and you can decide if it answers the question or not. Merry stabs him in the back of the leg with a dagger, and then Éowyn stabs him in the invisible head with her sword, and he blows up.
Yes, the answer is Éowyn.
Okay.
And described it correctly. She did the killing blow.
All right.
All right.
I would argue in the book it is almost distributed between them, because see, here's the difference. I was just talking with somebody the other day about this. In the book, the dagger that Merry is carrying came from the Barrow Downs, and it had spells laid on it against the Witch King, which is why he was that, and the fact that he wasn't a man, he was a hobbit, right? And then her whole thing, she was not a man, and so between the two of them, they were able to do that. So yeah, I think it was a little more cooperative in the book. In the movie, it's mostly her.
Yep. All right. Final question. What is Andrew Lesnie's title in the trilogy credits? Art director, digital designer, or director of photography?
I remember the name. I'm going to go director of photography.
Ding, ding, ding. Man, out.
Yeah.
Nice work.
All right, so I am up to 9, and John is at 5, but he has his second card coming now. Here comes your second card. All right, number 1. Who says there is an elf witch of terrible power in Lothlorien? Number 2. How many legs does the great spider have that attacks Frodo? Okay, number 3. What's Boromir carrying when he finds Frodo alone in the woods? Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
Number 4. Where is Gimli when he says, "Nobody tosses a dwarf"? Helm's Deep, Moria, or Osgiliath? I'm not sure that one needed a multiple choice, but I guess, does it mean like a specific place or in general? On Middle Earth. Technically, yes. Number 5. What weapon does Aragorn use to parry Éowyn's blow as she practices swordplay in Edoras? And number 6. What actor displays in his London study the large keys to Bag End's front door? Ooh. I can think of a couple it could be.
Mm.
No, all right, here we go. Number 1. Who says there is an elf witch of terrible power in Lothlorien? Elf witch of terrible power.
I think it's either Gimli or Boromir. I'm going to say Gimli. I'm going to say Gimli.
There was only one problem with Boromir.
What?
Oh, no. I was thinking he was already dead by then. No, he's not. He's not dead by then. He's there. You're right. Okay. It is Gimli. You're right. Ding, 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 ding. All right. Good deal. I still can't see. Number 2. How many legs does the great spider have that attacks Frodo?
I got to say 8, but that's probably not movie 8.
That is correct. Yes. 8. How many legs does Frodo have? That's a... Number 3. What's Boromir carrying when he finds Frodo alone in the woods?
Firewood.
It is firewood, yes. And he throws it down in anger. Number 4. Where is Gimli when he says, nobody tosses a dwarf? Helm's Deep, Moria, or Osgiliath?
I'm going to say Helm's Deep.
At Helm's Deep, he says,
don't tell the elf.
Toss me. And then don't tell the elf. Yeah. But at Moria, they've just gotten together and he's like, nobody. Yeah. So, nope. Number 5. What weapon does Aragorn use to parry Eowyn's blow as she practices swordplay in Edoras?
His curved dagger?
Yes, that is correct. Ding, ding, ding. And number 6, what actor displays in his London study the large keys to Bag End's front door?
It's an actor, not the character.
Right. Yeah, there's actually several that it could be.
Because I'm also thinking, like, what if it was Bilbo?
Well, if you want to say the character, I'll take that because I can figure it out. It's easy to tell.
I'm going to say Bilbo.
It is Gandalf, Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. See, I thought about him too, but
yeah, I would have said Bilbo 100%.
Well, I thought about Frodo or Sam too, like that.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I would have thought Gandalf, Bilbo, Frodo, but I totally would have gone Bilbo because he had the most connection to Bag End of any of them. So I'm not sure how Gandalf ended up with it, but all right. I wanted to take a break for just a second to tell you, because I asked you if you'd seen it. This is directly related to this. So Viggo Mortensen, after he did Lord of the Rings, did the movie Appaloosa, a Western where he and Ed Harris are these two sort of lawmen gunfighters. And I had never seen it. And you said you had never seen it, right? I watched it a couple of days ago, and it is excellent. If you haven't seen Appaloosa, but you like Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn, put it this way. He's as soft-spoken and has as little to say as this character in Appaloosa as he does as Aragorn, except instead of a sword, he carries a double-barrel shotgun the entire movie. So it's a very, very fun Western. It's like almost like a Clint Eastwood old school Western mixed with some of the more modern stuff. So, and I found out that there actually is a whole series of books that Robert Parker did. And before he died, Robert Parker wrote 4 of them. And then the guy that wrote the screenplay for the movie has been writing them ever since. Kind of the way our old Auburn defensive lineman has been writing the some of the Parker some of Robert Parker's other Spencer books.
Ace Atkins.
Yeah, Ace, right. So all right, I think it's time for me to do my third card. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
All right, question 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. The score is currently 9-8 my way.
All right. Question 1. According to Bilbo, Who would probably leave the Shire and go with him if he asked? Question 2. Whose name does a delirious Frodo call as he's carried away after the Ringwraith attack? Question 3. What kind of creatures does Gollum describe as crunchable? Question
I'm gonna
4.
just crash out on this card. This is awful.
Which mountains of Middle Earth does Helm's Deep lie in? Which mountain range of Middle Earth does Helm's Deep lie in? Question 5. What kind of weapon draws first enemy blood at the Battle of Helm's Deep?
Okay. Gotcha.
Question 6. What large outdoor set was built on a farm in Matama, New Zealand? Rivendell, Hobbiton, or the Isengard Gardens?
Nice. I'm going to get about 2 of these, I'm afraid. Let's do it.
All right, let's go back to the top. According to Bilbo, who would probably leave the Shire and go with him if he asked?
Frodo.
Ding, ding, Frodo.
It's a good boy.
Right.
The Shire.
Whose name does a delirious Frodo call as he's carried away after the Ringwraith attack?
Dang. It could be Sam. You'd think I would remember this, but I've many times as I've seen it, and I can't. It could be Sam. It could be Bilbo. It could be Gandalf. But neither one of them is there. Just Sam. But that just seems weird that he would say Sam. Aragorn. I'm gonna say Aragorn.
Gandalf.
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like two of these.
All right. What kind of creatures does Gollum describe as crunchable?
Well, the only thing we see him eat is fish. I'm gonna say fish.
Birds.
Yeah. I don't remember that either.
I don't remember that at all.
That must have been a commercial he did for bird something in the middle of the movie.
Live birds, good eating.
Good eating, man.
Question 4. Which mountains of Middle Earth does Helm's Deep lie in?
All right. See, this is hard because there's the Misty Mountains that go down vertically north-south, but at the bottom there's the White Mountains that go over, and that's what Minas Tirith is connected to. And Rohan is kind of off to the side because the gap of Rohan is underneath. Right? The gap of Rohan that they want to go through is underneath the Misty Mountains right before they connect to the White Mountains, if I remember correctly. So I think I put a poster of Middle Earth up on my wall down here so that every time we do this, I got a visual reference. I can be like, I'm not looking at anything, John. Pay me no attention. I'm going to say the Misty Mountains, but I'm probably wrong.
The White Mountains.
The White Mountains, yeah. See, I just couldn't remember exactly what.
I would have said the Misty Mountains too.
Yeah.
All right. What kind of weapon draws first enemy blood at the Battle of Helm's Deep?
That's an arrow. Guy like sneezes or something and shoots an arrow. Good. Okay.
Ding,
There's
ding.
2. I've got 2 right now.
All right.
It's a disaster.
Question 6. What large outdoor set was built on a farm in Matamata, New Zealand, Rivendell, Hobbiton, or the Isengard Gardens?
I think you've been there. So I'm going to say Hobbiton.
Ding, ding. And you are correct.
Yes. Yes. All right. So that was a shockingly, you had a bad round and I had a bad round back to back there. So, there it is. The Green Dragon. That's cool.
All right.
So here we go. Let's see. It's currently 12-8 my way, but you haven't gone yet. So here comes your round 3, and then we'll be at we are currently at the middle point. of the competition. We are at halftime. All right, here comes the third quarter kicking off. Here are the 6 questions you will be dealing with. Number 1, what has Treebeard not seen for a terrible long count of years? Isengard, Ent Children, or the Sun? Wow, there's a variety of answers to choose among. Wow, okay. Number 2, whose gaze does Saruman say can pierce cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh? Number 3, how many trees are depicted on the doors of the West Gate of Moria?
It's like the portrait question.
I know it. That's unbelievable. Number 4, how many stars were there on Prince Isildur's breastplate? That's it.
Good golly.
This is, again, what we were talking about earlier.
Now, when we say this is a trivia battle, it is trivia, and that is trivial right there.
Wow.
It's probably a shot in the movies for half a second.
I never counted the stars. That is a line in Henry V. My Lord Constable of France, are those suns on your armor or stars? Stars. Okay. Number 5, who in the Fellowship feels an attack will come on the western bank of Lake Ninhithoel? Hey, that's the second time it's gotten called out, isn't it? You had one you asked me about it. All right. And number 6, how many months did it take to shoot the 3 Ring films? 12, 15, or 18 months to shoot the 3 movies? All right, here we go.
Tough questions too this time.
You did. We had those first 2 cards were all right, but man, they were starting. Jeez. All right, number 1. What has Treebeard not seen for a terrible long count of years? Isengard, Ent Children, or the Sun?
Ent Children.
Ding, 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 ding. Thank goodness it was that. The other 2 just seem strange. Number 2, whose gaze does Saruman say pierces cloud, shadow, earth, and flesh?
Sauron.
Indeed. Ding, ding, ding. Number 3, how many trees are depicted on the doors of the West Gate of Moria? That's the side they go into.
Yes. Where they have the giant squid attack.
Yes.
3.
2. I guess 1 on each
side.
My
other guess was going to be 1, so I was no chance.
I think it's 1 on each side of the arch, and they kind of tangle together.
Okay, so yeah. I thought it was 3 kind of coming together.
Yeah. All right, number 4. How many stars are on Prince Isildur's breastplate?
7.
Get out of here. You got it. 7 stars.
Okay, that is what we call blind luck.
You pulled that one out.
I don't think there's any symbolism, Numenorian symbolism about 7 or whatever, but I could be wrong.
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Number 5. Who in the Fellowship feels an attack will come on the western bank of Lake Ninhithoel? I couldn't get this in a million years.
I mean, first you have to decide, are they on the western bank or not? Are they on the eastern bank? Is it the other bank they're worried about the attack, or they're worried about the attack? Or is it who feels there's going to be attack on this side, right?
I Yeah. Okay. I believe you. I don't know. This is tough. An attack believes an attack will come on the western bank of the lake.
Aragorn.
Legolas. An attack will come. And then finally, how many months did it take to shoot the 3 Ring films? 12, 15, 18.
I have to say 18 just because of the scale. It's too big.
I guessed 18 too. It's 15.
Wow, rough card for me.
That was, hey, that's 3 in a row that we've gotten 3 each. So yeah, it's taking a turn, as I said. All right, there's 2 cards to go for each of us, and the score currently stands at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 to 11 my way. 12 to 11 with 2 cards to go.
These things always end up close. Here we go.
Always close.
Question 1. Who does Boromir restrain from re-entering the mines after the Fellowship escapes Moria? Question 2. How many Easterling soldiers march abreast as Frodo and Sam see them enter the Black Gate?
Oh, good grief. Okay.
Question 3. What does Gollum tell Frodo not to follow in the Dead Marshes after he rescues him?
I know. Yeah. Okay.
Question 4. What did the great statues of the Argonath represent? Wizards, kings, or dragon slayers?
Oh.
Question 5. What event causes the caves behind Helm's Deep to shake violently during the siege?
Oh, gosh.
What event causes the caves behind Helm's Deep to shake violently during the siege? And question 6. What is the diameter of the ring wall in Isengard's miniature? This is great. It's multiple choice. 60 inches, 60 feet, or 6 yards.
Lord. Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Well,
question 1. Who does Boromir restrain from re-entering the mines after the Fellowship escapes Moria?
it's got to be a hobbit. It's not going to be Sam. He's made of sterner stuff. But I could see Frodo, Merry, and Pippin each possibly being the one. I'm going to say, if it's Boromir, I'm going to say Merry.
Gimli.
Really?
That's what it says.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was a hobbit too. Question 2. How many Easterling soldiers march abreast as Frodo and Sam see them enter the Black Gate?
5.
4.
I
was going to say like 10.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. Didn't pay attention.
All right. Question 3. What does Gollum tell Frodo not to follow in the Dead Marshes after he rescues him?
The Yellow Brick Road. And then they break into goodbye, Yellow Brick. The lights, right? Don't follow the lights, hobbits. Okay. That's I got great. One. Yay. Alert the media. Woo, that's right. 1.
Question 4. What did the great statues of the Argonath represent? Wizards, kings, or dragon slayers?
The kings of men, my kin, my
that's
ancestors. It. Yeah. In fact, I think it's supposed to be Isildur and Anarion.
But I'm not sure, but I'd buy that. All right. Question 5. What event causes the caves beneath Helm's Deep to shake violently during the siege?
Gimli had some Mexican food for dinner.
No.
I'm gonna say. Oh! I just got it. The explosion of the bomb thing that blew up the dike or whatever. Is that
Yes,
enough
that's
answer?
it. The Deeping Well explosion. That's it.
All right. Yeah, that the Olympic torch bearer that runs in and
Takes it out.
takes it out. Yeah. All right. I got 3. I salvaged 3 out of that
Well,
somehow.
we got one more to go.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Let's do it.
What's the diameter of the ring
Oh, well.
wall in Isengard's miniature? 60 inches, 60 feet, or 6 yards?
All right. 60 inches is 5 feet. And that's too small. They had bigatures, they call them. But what'd you say? The second was like 60 yards?
60 inches, 60 feet, or 6 yards?
I think 60 feet is too big. I'm going to go with the third one, the yards one.
60 feet.
Good grief.
That is gigantic.
That is. Wow. All right. Well, like I said, I salvaged 3 out of that, so I'll take it. All right. So as we go into the second half of round 4 of 5, the score is Van 15, John 11. So you only need to get 4 of these 6 right to bring it into a tie. Here we go. Here are your 6 questions you will be answering. Number 1, who does Gimli think is grumpier than Gandalf the Grey? Grumpier than Gandalf the Grey. Number 2, which race's destruction does Aragorn say Saruman's army has been bred for? I think we had this one already. We're similar. Okay. Number 3, what black animal sits on the bar at the Prancing Pony Inn? I totally remember this because I remember Lindy and I talking about it. Number 4, how many years did the ring pass out of knowledge following the death of Isildur? Okay. Number 5, what weapon does Aragorn hand over last when ordered to disarm outside the Golden Hall? The last weapon he hands to the flunkies of Wormtongue. And number 6, what Middle-earth set was built to look like a medieval English village with half-timbered 2-story houses? Okay. You should feel confident on that one. I think you can get that one. Mm-hmm. All right. Number 1, who does Gimli think is grumpier than Gandalf the Grey?
Gandalf the White?
Yes! Woohoo! I would have never gotten that. Good job. Good job. Number 2, which race's destruction does Aragorn say Saruman's army has been bred for?
Men.
This is an army bred for one purpose: destruction of the world of men. Number 3, what black animal sits on the bar at the Prancing Pony Inn?
Is it a pony?
It'd be a hell of a bar.
I mean, could be a miniature pony.
It's a black cat. Because Lindy had a black cat, so she's like thought her cat was on. Number 4, how many years did the ring pass out of knowledge following the death of Isildur?
See, this is the second time question about the ring. I'm going to say 1,000 years.
This is more what I was thinking of when I said 5,000, but I'd have missed it too. It's for 2,500 years. That's when I read it, I'm like, yeah, I remember it now, but I couldn't have said it. All right, number 5. What weapon does Aragorn hand over last when he's ordered to disarm outside the Golden Hall?
His bow?
His knife.
And it was 50% chance there.
Yeah. Last one. What Middle-earth set was built to look, in other words, what location was built to look like a medieval English village with half-timbered 2-story houses?
Bree.
Bree, yes. We are on a streak of 5 straight threes. We are not killing it.
Listen, it's a trivia contest. It's not a display of trivia mastery, okay?
We started out pretty good, and then it's just all gone off the rails. So,
well, I want to know if any of the listeners do better than we did.
Oh yeah, if you do better than that. All right, one of our listeners that's a big Lord of the Rings fan and expert is Kathy Bright. So I want to see if Kathy, who also is our patron, Kathy, what did you end up getting? I think last year she told me, and I can't. Pretty close to what we got, I think. All right, time for my last chance.
Here we go. Question 1: what creatures are meeting if beech, oak, chestnut, and ash are the names of the invitees?
Okay.
Question 2: what part of the Balrog's body does Gandalf use to swing up on its back? Question 3: how many sacks of potatoes do Merry and Pippin steal from Farmer Maggot?
Get out of town. I think I broke something.
Question 4: what 2 races form the Old Alliance that Haldir refers to at Helm's Deep?
Ooh, that could be a couple of things. All right.
Question 5: what happens to Aragorn's sword when he tries to attack the White Wizard in Fangorn?
Okay.
And question 6: which race wore costumes with sleeves and trousers that were short, pockets that were high?
Okay.
All right. Back to question 1.
Okay.
What creatures are meeting if beech, oak, chestnut, and ash are the names of the invitees?
The Ents.
That's right.
That's one.
Question 2: what part of the Balrog's body does Gandalf use to swing up on its back?
There's just so many answers, and some of them are so wrong. I don't have a clue. I'm going to say his tail.
It's horn.
Okay. I never.
I would have said wings, maybe, but
I forgot he had a horn, but that's right.
All right. Question 3: how many sacks of potatoes do Merry and Pippin steal from Farmer Maggot?
4.
3.
God, dang it! I figured they each could carry 2 each.
That makes perfect sense to me. Question 4: what 2 races form the Old Alliance that Haldir refers to at Helm's Deep?
All right. Well, if Haldir is referring to it, it's got to be the elves. But if it's Helm's, I'm going to say it could be the dwarves because they're the ones that had the famous alliance for a long time. But I guess it's elves and men.
Ding, ding. That's right.
All right. Because they were at Helm's Deep. So, yeah. Okay.
Question 5: what happens to Aragorn's sword when he tries to attack the White Wizard in Fangorn?
It lights up like it's hot, and he goes, and he throws it down.
Yes, it grows too hot to be held.
Okay. It wasn't clear, but that's what he did. He's like.
All right. Question 6: Which race wore costumes with sleeves and trousers that were short, pockets that were high?
I think that's how they made the hobbits look shorter, was to put them in stuff like that. So I'm gonna say the hobbits.
Ding ding. That's
All
it.
right.
Good call.
All right. So I finished up with 19. You have 14. If you get 5 out of 6 right, we tie again. If you get all 6 right, you win.
And if I get 4 or fewer right, you win.
Yes. That is right. Here, but it's so close again. It's always so close. We've literally gone 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then I got 4. So that one there with the Hobbit pants may end up being the key. We'll see. Here we go. Number 1, who is Galadriel speaking of when she says the young captain of Gondor has but to extend his hand to take the ring? Number 2, what creature describes Saruman as having a mind of metal and wheels?
Okay.
I'm blanking out on that one. Number 3. Here we go. You ready? What color horsetail does Éomer wear on his helmet, denoting his rank? What color is the horsetail on his helmet, indicating he's a whatever the crap armored personnel carrier commander of Rohan? Number 4, what are the 2 towers in the 2 towers? Now that's a controversial one.
Okay.
I'm going to give you credit if you get 2 that have been at some point named the 2 towers, because there's multiples here.
Well, I think this is a book movie difference too.
Yes. So I'm going to be very, I'm going to, especially since you had a couple of hard ones already, I'm going to be very forgiving on that one. Number 5, who suggests Theoden call for aid by sending out riders before the Battle of Helm's Deep? And number 6, what Shire-born hobbit is played by an actor born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa? Yeah. All right, here we go. It's all to play for. 19-14 my way. Number 1, who's Galadriel speaking of when she says the young captain of Gondor has but to extend his hand to take the ring?
Faramir?
Faramir, yes. I would have totally said Boromir. That's right. All right. It is 19-15. Number 2. God, that was good. I would have never got. I was so sure it was Boromir. Number 2. What creature describes Saruman as having a mind of metal and wheels?
Treebeard.
Yes, I wouldn't have gotten that one either.
I wouldn't have gotten it either if it didn't describe him as a creature.
Oh, nice. I kept thinking, well, Gollum didn't talk about him. I was really having a hard time with that one. So, all right. It is 19-16. Number 3. This is gonna, if you get this one, I may surrender. What color horsetail does Éomer wear on his helmet, denoting his rank?
Like blonde? Yellow?
White.
I was going to make a joke when you asked the question, would you say pink? But
when you said blonde, I'm like, I'm about to give you that.
no,
But
no, that's different. I said yellow.
All right, that's tough. All right. I had no clue. I thought it was brown. 1960. Number 4. What are the two towers in the two towers?
One of the two towers is Isengard.
Okay. So the
Yes.
Orthanc Tower and Isengard, yes.
Orthanc Tower, Isengard. The second tower, there's two both in Mordor. I'm gonna say Barad-dûr because
I was going to say, if you think about the movie poster,
the movie is Barad-dûr.
yes, that is right. That's the two that they have. The two that I think Tolkien said it was Orthanc and Cirith Ungol.
No, it's what's the fortress called there? The fortress that the army of the Witch King emerges from, that tower, his tower.
That's the Minas Morgul.
I think
all these have been suggested as being the two. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying you could say Orthanc, Cirith Ungol, Minas Morgul, Barad-dûr. There's four freaking towers, and that's not even counting the White Tower of Minas Tirith, which could honestly be 5. All right, so a lot of towers in this story, but yeah, the movie poster shows Orthanc and Barad-dûr, so you got that. All right, and so it is now 1917. All right, number 5. Who suggests Theoden call for aid by sending out riders before the Battle of Helm's Deep?
Aragorn.
Yes. All right. 19-18. One question left. Will it be a tie, or will I win? What Shire-born hobbit is played by an actor born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa?
I don't know where any of the freaking hobbit actors were born.
Well, if you think about the 4, and if you think about the 4 really hard, I think you'll get it. Because where did the 4 of them, those actors, come from?
Sean Bean.
Frodo. I see Sean. Wait, Sean Bean. You mean Sean Astin?
Yeah, I meant Sean Astin.
I would have taken. I kept thinking Sean Astin was the son of actors. I bet he was born in Hollywood, and the 2 others were born in Europe. So that's process elimination.
I knew Dominic was born in Europe.
Yeah. All right. So we had another razor thin battle. 19-18 is our final score. If you listeners out there and viewers on YouTube, if you did better than 19 or 18, let us know. And I guess by sending us a message either through our Patreon, go to www.patreon.com. We are White Rocket Reviews for this show. Or go to whiterocketbooks@gmail.com. And of course, you can email, or if you're one of our Wishbone listeners, the old auwishbone@gmail.com, excuse me, auwishbone@gmail.com is always a good way to reach us. All right. Any final thought before we put away the One Ring for another year and enjoy the rest of our holidays?
It's amazing how equal the challenge is every year. I enjoyed it.
It really is. It was great. Yeah, it really came down to just like one question on it. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching us, and we will catch you all again with this next year. John and I were talking about maybe doing a Marvel Cinematic Universe every other, like in 6 months in the summer. So look for that maybe coming up this summer. All right, John, we will see you later. Have a good rest of the holidays.